Over the past weekend, Nick Ball successfully defended his WBA featherweight title against TJ Doheny by making him have to retire at the end of the 10th round. And straight away, he's focused his attention to fighting a man that's basically 5 weight classes smaller than him, but is currently the undisputed champion at the weight class below him, junior featherweight, INOUE, wanting to fight him. Let's talk about this fight against TJ Doheny though. The fighter that INOUE just beat before he's gone up to now fight Nick Ball, therefore moving up in weight class to go and fight. It seemed to me that Nick Ball had been given instructions to not just go in there and be gung-ho and try to box a bit, change himself up a bit, instead of going in there all guns blazing. Nick Ball usually just starts from round 1 to just going in, bombing forward, throwing caution to the wind and just throwing punches in bunches, hooks and so forth. Short bomb of a fighter, pressure fighter. And he started off a lot more cautious, trying to cut off the ring before throwing punches, because TJ Doheny was doing a lot of movement, effective movement, but he was moving nonetheless, and trying to stay away from Nick Ball. And Nick Ball, slowly but surely, as the rounds went on, started to pick up the pace. And by the time he got to round 6, 7, 8, he started to really pile on the pressure and connect a lot with TJ Doheny, who was making a very good fight of it. This was a very good, entertaining fight, in my opinion, which I thought it would be. And it didn't fail to impress. Man was entertained, can't lie. And as the rounds wore on, you could tell that TJ Doheny was getting the fight beaten out of him. And he was determined to finish the fight on his feet, not getting knocked down and not getting knocked out. Even though Nick Ball did try some roughhouse tactics, some illegal stuff by throwing him around the ring a couple times, and he actually kneed him. What happened was TJ Doheny, was the end of the round, TJ Doheny had him in like a reverse headlock, wouldn't let him go, and then when he did finally let him go, Nick Ball threw a knee, which could have easily got him disqualified. He needs to very much watch out for these type of things. He's lucky that this was under his promotional banner and the fight was based in his hometown, because I believe that he should have got disqualified for that knee, personally. But he didn't get disqualified. He went on to beat down TJ Doheny and stop him in the 10th. Basically, his corner decided that, and the ref decided. Basically, the ref said, you're not coming out for this 11th round. You're getting beaten up too much, lad. Leave it alone. Live to fight another day. Therefore, Nick Ball gets the win. Then, on Twitter, INOUE tweets, that ball is funny, but don't kick it. I was like, yo, man's watching the fight and he made a little joke about don't kick it. He said, the ball's funny, but don't kick it. That's funny. That's bars. I was like, right, INOUE, you got bars in that. Obviously referring to the knee. And the man's name is Nick Ball. So Nick Ball sees the tweet and obviously replies, when you're ready to kick it at 126, let me know. INOUE says, you know what? 2 fists are enough for me. Nick Ball says, let's make it happen and find out then. To which INOUE finally replies, which is the telling part for me, until that day comes, let's increase each other's value. So, indicates clearly to me that INOUE wants this fight and he's up for it. So, at some point, he's going up to his 5th weight class. This is Manny Pacquiao type movements here. This is legendary stuff right here. And for me, INOUE has hit his ceiling at junior featherweight. For me, he's already at the limit where he's supposed to be, or he should go. But because he's undisputed there, he's got a defense. And I think he's going to fight MJ Akhmadaliev, who's an interim for one of his belts. So they're going to have that fight and sort that out at some point. But before that, INOUE is having a showcase fight in May, Cinco de Mayo, on the same day as Canelo's fight. I'm going to look into that and talk about that. I don't know if it's the same day or it's the day before, but it's right around, it's on that same weekend, that's for sure. So that fight's going to happen in May. Then he's probably going to fight MJ Akhmadaliev sometime down in the year. And then going into next year, maybe he's looking to go up to featherweight then and fight Nick Ball. But I think Nick Ball should be trying to fight the other champions in his own weight class, to be fair. But I believe that he might be the weakest, if not the second weakest champion at that weight class. Not to say that he's weak. I'm just saying I think there are two other champions at least that are better than him, in my opinion, without seeing them actually have to fight in the ring, which is dangerous to do. You should actually wait for these guys to fight to see who is actually the best and prove it. At the same time, Angelo Leo and Rafael Espinoza are going to give Nick Bull problems more so than Stephen Fulton. And this is just my opinion. It's just an opinion situation. Ray Vargas, who he didn't beat and got a draw, is in recess right now. I don't know what the situation is. I'm going to go and look into that. But Stephen Fulton is the current WBC champion. That could be a fight that could be made. Stephen Fulton's talking about he wanted to fight Nick Bull. I see that circling around. But is he willing to go to the UK to have that fight? Because the fight's going to be bigger on Nick Bull's side than on Stephen Fulton's side. But we'll see how this plays out. At the end of the day, Nick Bull retains his title against TJ Doheny, stopping him at the end of the 10th, beginning of the 11th. Didn't come out for the rest of the fight. Well done to Nick Bull, staying in character. I hope you worked on what you needed to work on, and I hope that's improved you. It should do, because TJ Doheny is not a slouch and he gave you a good run for your money. Well done to both combatants, and I'll see you guys in the next video.